to the semifinal game between Laxachussettes and Team Colorado. We just saw a quick goal from Chuck, number 13, on Laxachussettes. As we're getting our stream ready to go, like I said, semifinal matchup between two teams, pretty equally matched. Rosters filled with future college recruits. So this will be a good one. Laxachussettes had went 1-1 for the day, and Team Colorado had very strong showing against Adrenaline Tropics, who were the heavily favorites of the tournament. And they're coming in as the home team, maybe with a little bit of edge and a little bit of advantage being the local guys, but this should be a good matchup as Laxachussettes keeps the offensive ball here, but gets checked out of bounds by the Team Colorado long pole. It's number 15, Juiced DeCongan. Sorry if I butchered your name, Juiced, but you're a future Harvard Crimson Tide defender. So Laxachussettes retains possession after the turnover on Team Colorado. It's 1-0 after that Chuck goal. Laxachussettes on the board. Ball's getting worked around. Laxachussettes. High midi dodge. Laxachussettes looks to a feed, moves it down the alley, heads Dax. Gets worked around with 22 on the left wing. This is number 5 for Laxachussettes. I want to get his name. Emsing. Heading to Tufts next year. Laxachussettes with the shot, but no backup. Heading back, Team Colorado. Team Colorado comprised of all Team Colorado local high school guys. Very sleek looking uniforms, and Boston Laxachussettes is pretty much encompassing the whole New England region. Some pressure from the Laxachussettes pole. It's number 32, Low. 32 Pine going to Bowdoin. Had a very good showing yesterday. Saw a couple of takeaway checks. Team Colorado with the right to left split, rollback, looking to feed. Nothing there. Keeps working it around the middle. Some pressure from the Laxachussettes defender. Tries the over the head check and he gets it. Falls on the carpet, but gets picked up from Colorado. Loose ball scrum. And the Laxachussettes defense stifles the Colorado offense there with a clean takeaway check. That might have been Bowdoin again, or sorry, Pine going to Bowdoin. He favors that takeaway check, and he's landed it a couple of times. Now Laxachussettes looking to sub, get their offensive personnel on. Some pressure from the Team Colorado long pole. It's number 18. Drew Curran going to Hope in Illinois. Shorter long pole, but a really good active stick. Nice goalie clear. Good clean pass. That was Hank Leonard heading to Mount St. Mary's. Sorry, no, that was Ian Thompson actually going to Oklahoma just to have fun at Oklahoma. Probably playing a little club ball, so. Team Colorado coached by some pretty outstanding former players in the college game. Logan Bobzine, Denver Pioneer, and Randy Coley. Actually, I'm not familiar where he went, but I'm sure it was somewhere good. And Matt Bachlet as well. He's a Virginia Cavalier in the late 2000s. Number 9, Team Colorado, dust by his defender. But nothing out of there. Laxachussettes defense is just stifling, using their aggressiveness and length to really put the clamps on the Team Colorado offense. They're sliding pretty well. Team Colorado maintains possession. Ball getting worked around. Here's a high left to right split dodge. They got two number 9s. Not number 9 to number 9. Right to left. Number 3. Number 9 on Team Colorado. That's looks like Luke Brunner for Bucknell. Shot, but a save from number 1 Williamson. He's heading to Dartmouth next year. Pretty funny, the Team Colorado schools, you know, besides a few exceptions, there are a lot of Midwestern schools. I've seen a lot of Utah, Colorado College. You got the Oklahoma Hope University in Illinois. So you're getting a little Midwestern vibe. Whereas this Laxachussettes roster, they're pretty much all Northeast. They got Gettysburg, BU, Harvard, UMass, Bowdoin, a couple Dartmouth guys. So no familiar faces except for, I guess, the Harvard guys. Juice DeConin will have a couple of teammates on this Laxachussettes guy. As a rip from Colorado. Didn't get a number on that, so bear with me, folks. That was attackman number 1. Sorry, he's a midi playing attack. Sean O'Reilly heading to York next year. York, a stud D3 powerhouse. So Team Colorado ties it up 1-1. Number 16 for Massachusetts, that's Boland. Don't have his first name, but talked to them yesterday. He's heading to UVM, University of Vermont. He had quite the performance yesterday, winning majority of the faceoffs. And this is Team Colorado defenseman, number 17, Noah Hilgert. No, sorry, Jack Kiefer, who is speaking with one of the local Colorado coaches. He was the reigning State of Colorado Player of the Year, heading to Duke. Duke, obviously, mainstay in the Final Four of the Division I National Championship. Lost to Notre Dame, but they return a heavy core, and I'm sure Jack Kiefer will find his way on a D line next year. So 1-1 tie game, Colorado and Laxachussettes.
Troubleshooting right now.
We're recording it to put it up.
Okay. Okay. How do we find out where it is? So it'll be on the Vail Lacrosse Shootout, like Facebook and YouTube page. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, that's what we're trying for.
So after that Laxachussettes timeout, after getting, they were a little worried about Jack Kiefer on their midi. So they talked it over, and Laxachussettes is back on the offensive end. Jack Kiefer covering number 8 up top. And I imagine number 8's going to get this ball out of his stick as quick as possible. Jack Kiefer is a long 6'4", maybe 215 pole, and he's a albatross out there. So ball gets worked out to him. Laxachussettes midi, back to number 8, Pesanelli, headed to BU, Boston University. So he's getting the matchup against Kiefer, and that is one that I would not favor. We'll see how he handles it, though. Feed to the crease, behind the back, does not go, but great effort. That was number 7, Monturio, heading to Denison. This is 22 on Laxachussettes with a shot on goal, but a save from Ian Thompson. 22 is Chouinard, going to Holy Cross. A couple of Holy lacrosse guys on this Laxachussettes roster. Just got a new, couple years actually, coach, former Maryland offense coordinator. As Colorado puts it in off the fast break. I believe that was number 10 for Colorado. That was Grayson Jolly. So nice dunk for Team Colorado off the transition, making it 2-1. So there was a flag, but waved off, and we are all even. 2-1, Team Colorado. Team Colorado face-off is Billy Mumwa. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Future NJIT product. Good ground ball off the wing. That was number 18. Trying to get a name for you. That's Drew Curran going to Hope University. So another either timeout, no, hold call? Nope, timeout. Timeout. Team Colorado didn't like the pressure that they were getting, so take a short break here. Is 2-1. Team Colorado over Laxachussettes. We are back. Team Colorado on the offensive set. After that quick timeout, they're getting worked around. 2-1. Team Colorado leads against Laxachussettes in the first quarter of this semifinal matchup. Ball's getting worked around. Team Colorado working it real nice. Oh, an underhand rip right off the post. Backed up by Team Colorado. They maintain possession. It's a big rip by Fletcher Sullivan, number 4, going to Monmouth. Working it around again. So I'm almost positive, but I think Laxachussettes was in a zone there. Smart defensive draw up, and that's the end of the first quarter. Team Colorado leads 2-1, and we got ourselves a good ball game. We'll be back.
Laxachussettes lost in the finals last year.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that too. They lost to
So frustrating.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure like technology. We are back for the start of the second quarter. A little bit of a shake-up. Yesterday was pool play, so we had two 20-minute running halves, but this is full-on high school rules. And that's number 12 on Laxachussettes with the face-off win. Umansky going to Harvard, but couldn't control the ball, and then now we got a loose ball scrum. Ground ball picked up by Team Colorado. That's Jack Kiefer. Vacuums it. A good clear. They have a transition opportunity here. Ball's still ahead. 4-on-3 here. Oh, but number 8 on Team Colorado can't handle it. Throws the ball away. That was Logan Lee going to Tufts. So Team Colorado defense is got some range, but just a little rushed on the transition play that play there. Speaking with my statistician, Jamie McClintock, he was telling me that Team Colorado was 3-0 in pool play yesterday. Had to face an extra game yesterday too, due to the pool play as we take a timeout from Team Colorado. And Laxachussettes, they were in the championship last year, so they got something to prove this year. These two teams are mainstays of the U19 group, and both are hungry for a U19 title up in Vail, Colorado. And we'll take a break as Team Colorado looks to regroup on the clear. Back after that Team Colorado timeout. So Team Colorado to clear. Wind picking up a little bit in Vail, but skies are completely spotless. We've been blessed with some great weather the past week. Saturday we started with the Zen Masters division. Those are 60 plus folks, 60-year-olds, your grandpa, going all the way up to I believe the oldest gentleman in that age bracket was 80. As Colorado gets top side here for a goal. That was number 9. Luke Brunner, go to Bucknell. So yeah, as I was saying, we started off the tournament with the Zen Masters division, followed by the Grand Masters, that's 50 plus, and the Super Masters division. So it's been some good lacrosse so far, and as we get further into the week, the speed picks up as we get a little younger. Now on the U19 division, and at the very last end of the week, we have the Elite division, both men and women. So got it all here, folks. As number 12, that was Umansky for our future Harvard commit. So Boston, after the face-off win, will retain possession and look to get some points on the scoreboard. So shot on net, and Boston still keeps possession here. It's 3-1, Team Colorado up against Boston, but a throwaway over and back. So that'll be a turnover, Boston, and head back Team Colorado. So Team Colorado looking to get their subs on, working it around, getting their offensive set, and put a little bit more points on the board. As I said, Team Colorado 3-0 in pool play, the local favorites, but Adrenaline Tropics and Mad Dog National both national teams that feature a ton of future Division I talent, but not really about who's on the team and where they're going, but who can be the better team. As Team Colorado with a rip off of the loose ball scrum. I believe that was number 9, Luke Brunner. Actually, that might be Joel Palaz. Attackman going to Sacred Heart. There's two, like I said, 2 number 9s, so bear with me, folks. Laxachussettes on the face-off win. That's Boland going to UVM with a win. Gets the ground ball himself. I think, from what it looks like, Boston's got the face-off advantage here, just by a little bit, but trying to capitalize. It seems like just a little bit of mistakes here and now will sort of costing them offensive possessions. Laxachussettes looks to get their guys on, subbing through the box. 4-1, Team Colorado. Laxachussettes takes underneath, but a takeaway check stops that offensive threat. That was number 21, Mikey Crane, going to Utah. Big rangy defender for Team Colorado. This is Ian Thompson working his way up the field for the clear. And successful clear, Team Colorado. They might have something here. Pass back to the crease, but can't handle it. Missed the ground ball. But Laxachussettes with the pickup, and they have the numbers. Could push transition here. That's number 33, Low, going to RPI. Ball getting worked around for Boston. It's high alley dodge by Rice going to Colby College. Turnover Laxachussettes. Right now, that is the name of the game. Cannot get anything going offensively. Turnovers. Colorado also struggling on the clear here. But that's Joel Palaz able to kind of get the ground ball by himself and get possession for Team Colorado as they look to extend the lead. 4-1. Team Colorado leads Boston Laxachussettes in the semifinal game, second quarter. Ball getting worked around for Team Colorado. Everyone getting touches, no rush. So, a little pressure on the middies. Still getting worked around. There's no shot clock here for the U19 division, so they're in no rush. Ball still getting worked around to number 3, Kate Oxley. Here's the low wing dodge on the invert here. A shot on cage, hits the pipe. Oh, that looked like it was Joel Palaz again. Here's number 3, Kate Oxley. Takes a right to left split, off the pipe again. Here's Fletcher Sullivan. Going to Monmouth. Draws a slide, slings it back up top for underhand rip, but goes high. That was the other number 9, Luke Brunner, going to Bucknell. This is Fletcher Sullivan. Feeds it to Joe Palaz, underhand rip, goes wide, but backed up by Colorado. Oh, that ball's not going out. It's a 2-on-1 ground ball. Ball's still in possession. The high grass does not let that ball go out, and it is a interference, and that'll go Boston. So great effort. I'll give that to Pine, going defending for Laxachussettes. Kind of made it a loose ball scrum and got the ball back for Laxachussettes here. Natural grass surface, so those balls off the shots sometimes might not even make it out. Important to run it off, and that's Team Colorado defenseman Number 8, Logan Lee, long range defenseman, was able to just reach it out with one hand and pick it off. But off Colorado, so staying Laxachussettes ball. Timeout, Laxachussettes want to maybe regroup here as they can get some points on the board, hopefully, as we round down the second quarter with Team Colorado up over Laxachussettes 4-1. Just heard from the official, 4:30 in the half remaining. We'll take a short break. After that timeout, Laxachussettes has the ball with 4:30 remaining in the second quarter. Trying to get on the board after they had the first score, but it's been Team Colorado ever since. Ball getting worked around. Number 22 for Laxachussettes carrying the ball. Schunard going to Holy Cross. With it ripped by number 7, bounce shot, but doesn't hit the cage. That was Montorio. Backed up by Chouliard. Number 5, Emsing, works it up. This is Chapman, number 19, going to Babson. Right to right split, but good defense. Draws a slide though. Swings it back up top, shot on cage, but it goes wide. Ooh, questionable. Colorado thought they had the backup, but that'll be Laxachussettes ball still. Emsing, X-dodge here, behind the goal. Looking to feed with his stick up. Ooh, but another great takeaway check. That was Logan Lee. But they can't get the ground ball. But they do. So with the takeaway check, they keep possession. Or steal possession, I should say, and successful clear Colorado. So it started, as I thought, Laxachussettes the more aggressive defense, but Team Colorado getting settled here. They look hungry for a U19 championship, and they're showing it in their defensive prowess right here. Team Colorado getting their subs on, up 4-1 over Laxachussettes. Little under 4 minutes left. Left to right split. Gets it back up top. Fletcher wings it around, but passes off the mark. But Fletcher picks up the ground ball and keeps possession for Colorado. So Fletcher works it around. Low wing dodge. Gets stood up. Here comes the double though. Rotate. Left to right split for a rip. And that's a goal. That was number 9. Luke Brunner going to Bucknell. So as you can see, Colorado taking advantage of the early slide from Boston, and Luke Brunner with just an absolute ripper. High to low, bottom left corner. 5-1 lead, Colorado. Laxachussettes has got to turn it on here before the second half, because it looks like Team Colorado is extending this lead fairly heavily. Team Colorado with a wax job on the face. He's going to go the whole way, but a big save by number 18, Stanton, going to Holy Cross. That was huge. That could have extended the lead even more. But very key save by Stanton. So this is Chanenchuk for Laxachussettes, number 13. He's kind of doing it all. I've seen him play D-midi. I've seen him play offensive midi. I've seen him play long pole. future Stony Brook recruit, so I could see him kind of fitting in everywhere on that roster. Ball getting worked around still for Colorado. No rush as they're up 5-1 in the second quarter. Ooh, off the rollback, try to get a shot, but Stanton saves it. This is Stanton making some big key saves for Laxachussettes that are keeping them in it. Number 20, Negrelli avoids the takeaway check as he clears the ball. Open potential offsides. Ooh, big miss by officials, but they're gonna make it. They're gonna call it. Good call, ref. Way to catch that. So offsides for Laxachussettes, and that's going Colorado. They have a transition here. They got numbers, 5-on-4 opportunity, but they will hold it. Smart play with a little bit under, I would say, 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Team Colorado in no rush, getting their subs on. So 1 minute left in the second quarter here. Looking to get last shot opportunity for Team Colorado. Ball getting worked around. You can see maybe looking to get a dodge on a short stick here. So they're actually double pulling. Double pulling is bringing the close defenseman up to cover essentially two midfielders, and a short stick covers an attackman. Defensive strategy. And I believe now they may have switched to a zone. So they're now in a zone defense to finish off the second quarter, but Colorado's got them on the rotation here. No angle shot, hits the back side of the goal. So Team Colorado Laxachussettes defense kind of bringing out all different types of defensive strategies to get an advantage over Colorado. Long clear, tries to mishandled by Colorado, and that'll be the end of the first half. Team Colorado up over Laxachussettes 5-1 with a commanding lead on this one. Laxachussettes has got to go back and regroup and see what else they can do to get some points on the board as that'll take us to halftime.
Which one? It's kind of, I only got first names. That's what chicken scratch. What do you guys broadcast? So it'll be on the Vail website, and then we'll also, I think we're gonna try and get it on Facebook and YouTube. This just isn't live right now. We're having issues with getting live, but we'll post it at least at the tonight or by the end of the morning. So thank you. Yeah. Here, whenever I get one of those packets, you want one? It's like, sure. Yeah, I think they're over there.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah, right. You can also get some screen on there.
I got some kids if you want it. Kid spray.
SPF 1000.
50.
Come on now. Over the phone.
We are back at the start of the third quarter with a quick strike by Laxachussettes, but save by Team Colorado goalkeeper. This is Kiefer. Kiefer's out of bounds. No, not Kiefer, that's Logan Lee. So Team Colorado off the failed clear. We'll go back to Laxachussettes. Goalie change for Team Colorado. We've got number 16, Hank Leonard. Team Colorado with the steal. They look to push some transition here, but they'll settle down on the offensive end, get their guys on. Ball getting worked around for Team Colorado. And no rush with a 5-1 lead. This is Luke Brunner. Feeds it up to number 3, Cade Oxley. Rotates it back to Fletcher Sullivan. Fletcher Sullivan, right sweep. Behind the back to Brunner, but doesn't work, but keeps possession. So a little off the mark, but. So Fletcher Sullivan, right to right dodge. Draws a slide, swings it back through X. Feed up top. A low angle shot, but scooped up by Foley, number 35 on Laxachussettes. New goalie. So Stanton, his day is done, and Foley, future Brown commit. Janchuk on the ride, but turnover on Laxachussettes, so we'll go back Team Colorado. Turnovers in the name of the game here, and Laxachussettes has got a ton of them, and that's been pretty much the Achilles heel for this offense. They just can't get going. Laxachussettes defense causes the turnover. They look to push transition here. Number 6, that is Carroll. He's going to Georgetown. Carroll is pretty active on the wings yesterday, and saw him take it up for transition a couple of times, so got a pretty good offensive mind as well as defensive. Future Georgetown Hoya. Ball getting worked around. This is Passanelli. Right to right, but double coming. Got to move it here. Colorado with a vicious slide. I don't know if I would have thrown that one, but flag is down. Janchuk looking to do something with it. Ball thrown away, and looks like an illegal body check on number 8, Logan Lee. That's a tough one for Colorado because looked like a pretty good double, but maybe a little bit high. So Laxachussettes with a pretty big opportunity here to get some points on the board on the men up. Ball starts on the left wing, getting worked up to the top in a 2-3 set. Crease rolls off, back up top. Chapman feeds on the backside, but can't mishandled by number 5 on Laxachussettes. Picked up though. Still mishandled. Number 7 on Laxachussettes with the rip. That's a miss wide. Laxachussettes just look kind of unsettled, not really able to get some crisp passing in. Good poke by Kiefer there. Rip by Rice, trying to hit that right corner, but miss. Backed up by Laxachussettes. Penalty about to wind down. 20 seconds left in the penalty. Ball still getting worked around on Laxachussettes. Feed to the crease. Oh, and a big goal finished by number 4, Maroney, heading to Gettysburg. Good feed inside by number 22.
Chenard. And that was a big one, as the lead is now cut 5-2. Down by 3, with maybe a little bit over halfway going into the third quarter of the semifinal matchup between Laxachussettes and Team Colorado. Team Colorado face off with the opening draw, but can't handle the ground ball, and that's picked up by the defenseman on Laxachussettes, who was able to get a stick in there. Still batted down, and that is number 6 for Laxachussettes, Carroll. Vacuums it up, pushes transition, but a mishandle again. I don't know what it is. They have the opportunities, but just throwaways and can't catch it. So Team Colorado looking to clear here on the failed opportunity by Laxachussettes, and they do. Logan Lee, right to left split. He might have something on offense here. Draws a slide. And cutting through the whole middle and a behind the back. Wow. Unbelievable. That was number 88, Wyatt Furta. So Logan Lee with the right to left split draws a defenseman and flips it to Furta, and Furta just does it all. Spin move followed by a behind the back. Beautiful goal. Extends it 6-3. 6-2, sorry. So 6-2, Team Colorado up over Laxachussettes. Kiefer on the wing. This is Billy Muma. Sorry, Billy Muma early on the face-off. Laxachussettes has got to get something going here. Laxachussettes feeds through X, left to right split, feed back up to Chanchuk. Chanchuk rips, and good goal. No, outside. Had everyone fooled there. So what looked to be a bottom right finish ended up actually being on the outside of the net. So Colorado now on the clear here. Kiefer with the ball. Feed it to the middle of the field, but can't handle. Laxachussettes with the caused turnover, and number 3 for Laxachussettes, will push it over, and then a pickoff by Logan Lee. They got numbers here. They'll pull it out. I think Coach Bachlet wants to get their own guys in. No rush. Up by 4. It's a high midi dodge by Brunner. Little high pass mishandled, but doesn't go out. Number 7, Noah Hilgert, moves it up to number 1, Sean O'Reilly. Sean brings it through X. Feet across the crease. Oh, but he missed the cage. Looked to be in the crease, but might be a penalty on Laxachussettes pushing the back. So Team Colorado will be up on the man-up opportunity here. So 6-2, Team Colorado trying to extend their lead here on the man-up opportunity. Tough one for Laxachussettes. So ball in the bottom left alley. We're in a 1-3-1 set, I believe. Brunner works it around to Pelez. Back to Fletcher. Back to Brunner. Brunner tries to rip, but pulls it back out. Fletcher up top, feeds to the crease. Oh, but a big save by Foley. Foley went all the way down for that one. Stops it low. Laxachussettes trying to clear it here. Colorado with the aggressive. I don't know what's going on with Laxachussettes sticks, but they're handling them like tennis rackets. That hit a Colorado teammate. Foley with the clear here. Getting it up to his guys. And Laxachussettes can't handle it again. Logan Lee with the ground ball. He's going to push it. As we can see, he can handle in transition. Back to Logan Lee with the pull. Oh, but Logan Lee keeps the ball but pulls it out. Smart decision by the future Utah commit. Ball getting worked back around. Yellow call by Team Colorado. They're still subbing. No rush. Fletcher Sullivan up top. Quarterback in the midfielder here. Fletcher Sullivan, right to left split. Feeds the crease, but can't handle. And ball goes out of bounds. So turnover Colorado. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. And Laxachussettes needs points. Oh, mishandle by Laxachussettes. I don't know what it is with their sticks. Kiefer takes a rip. Oh, but Foley with the stop. He saw it all the way. Kiefer trying to ride this one back. Laxachussettes midfielder feeds off a full transition field pass, and it's a goal. That was 19 with the finish. Chapman off the feed by Emsing. So Emsing took advantage of the save off of the Kiefer step down. Fully gobbled it up, got it up to their midfield, and Emsing did the rest. Legged it all the way down and gave a nice feed to number 19, Chapman. 6-3, Laxachussettes. With 2:30 left in the third quarter. Face-off won by Boland. Playing without a stick call. Playing without a stick call on Laxachussettes, so that'll be Colorado possession. That was number 71. Alex Friedrich going to Utah as well. A couple of Utah commits, like I said, for this Colorado team. Utah, one of the more recent Division I men's programs. Made the tournament this year, but had to face a Notre Dame Irish freight train and got knocked out of the first round. But good things coming down Utah with commits like Logan Lee and Alex Friedrich. Probably going to tap in more and more to that Midwestern Colorado pipeline as ball gets thrown out of bounds. So that'll be Laxachussettes' ball, and Laxachussettes is trying to get another one. Leads cut in half, 6-3, Colorado. But Colorado with a stifling ride, and they get the ball back. In no rush. And the thorn in the Laxachussettes clear has been these Colorado attackmen. Relentless riding. Stolen a couple possessions back, and you know, if we look back at this game, that would ultimately be one of the big storylines of the day, was just Laxachussettes' failure to clear the ball. I think Laxachussettes is back in that zone. And they are, so they got a zone defense here. Colorado trying to get the rotation here. Skip pass to Brunner, back up to top to the midi. Lefty alley, a lot of pressure on the Laxachussettes pull. Ball getting worked around. This is Fletcher Sullivan, left to left. Rolls it back under, draws a two, moves it. Trying to get it worked around again. I think the plan for Laxachussettes, at least in the end of the quarters, has been let's go to this zone as we're coming down to the end of this third quarter with a little bit under a minute left. Fletcher Sullivan draws, feeds it to number 11. Still, we're getting worked around. 10 seconds left. Got to move here. Left to left, spin to Brunner. Brunner with an opportunity here. Oh, and Foley with a huge save. And the rebound could not be taken. Foley is fired up after that one, keeping Laxachussettes in this one. Big save. Foley is maybe honestly the juice to this Laxachussettes team that they need. As we head into the fourth quarter, Team Colorado trying to keep a hold of that 6-3 lead. And we'll be right back with some high action fourth quarter. See if Laxachussettes can come back in this one.
I'm gonna get right by you.
Yeah, go ahead. So salty. Do you like need to chase it more? Otherwise, literally feels like I'm drinking sea like the ocean. No, it's like yeah, exactly.
So start of the fourth quarter, face-off between Friedrich and Chapman. No, Umansky. And Umansky wins it. Dumps it down to Chapman, who's on the attack line now with a switch up. Foley is in this game and goal still. He might be the juice, like I said, that could keep Laxachussettes in this one, and hopefully Laxachussettes offense can get some goals here because they need it. Emsing feeds the crease. Oh, and he does. Good goal. So Emsing to Chouinard. Chouinard was the ex-attack and kind of sneaked by his close defenseman, and Emsing with the great feed. So 6-4 Laxachussettes. They're chipping away at this lead. Big face-off, Umansky versus Friedrich. False start, Umansky. Friedrich's trying to get by him. One-handed flip to number 88 with a rip. Oh, and he nails the corner. Beautiful shot by Wyatt Furta off the Friedrich flip after drawing a defender. And that was an absolute ripper. And we had arguably the best view there as he stings the upper corner near side on Foley. Foley just couldn't get there in time. 7-4, big goal for Colorado as they keep trying to extend that lead and put the pressure down on this Laxachussettes offense to get him back in the game. Friedrich trying to get the face-off win. Picked up by number 6, that's Carroll. As I mentioned, future Georgetown Hoya. Probably had this was the best ground ball presence on the Laxachussettes roster. Just an absolute vacuum. Could see him being utilized as a LSM for Georgetown. High midi dodge right to right, feeds backside to Chanichuk. Chanichuk has played pretty much every single position on this Laxachussettes roster except for goalie and faceoff. He is their do-it-all guy. This is Rice, roll back to his left. Pressure from the Colorado defenseman. Worked right back around. That's number 4 trying to get underneath, but he misses, but backed up by Chapman. Feed to the crease. Behind the back. Oh, what a beautiful goal. That was number 4, Maroney, off the feed from Chapman, I believe. Maroney had nothing to do but flip it behind the back, and it worked. behind the back goal. It puts it 7-5. So 2-goal lead for Team Colorado. A little bit, I would say, midway through the fourth here. This is Alex Friedrich versus Umansky. Friedrich wins the clamp, but Umansky fighting for the ground ball. So the official trying to keep order here. I think the call might have been a hold. So Laxachussettes will keep possession here. Passanelli moves it around. Up to Emsing. Emsing has really been the guy that's kind of driven this Laxachussettes comeback here. Drawing slides and feeding very well at the midfielder. Kiefer now bumped up to Emsing. Team Colorado probably saw something and trying to get Emsing some pressure in his gloves. Kiefer with some great defensive pressure here. Colorado with the 2-slide, but Emsing flips behind the back to Maroney. Maroney has a shot. Thought he had a shot there, but he actually tried to do the feed and it was mishandled. Team Colorado in the fast break here, but Foley saves. And I think there'll be a flag down. So Foley's pumped up after that save, but he's now going to face a Team Colorado man-up opportunity. So foul on number 7, Slash, I think was the call. So probably a little bit under halfway of this fourth quarter. 1 minute penalty for Team Colorado. Big one for Laxachussettes defense here. They need to stop because the Team Colorado goal right here would be absolutely devastating for this defense. Foley, though, standing on his head. Fletcher Sullivan up to Brunner. Back to Pelez. They're looking to feed that crease. Brunner back to Sullivan. Sullivan feeds the bottom left wing. Up to Brunner. Brunner with a left rip. Shot goes wide. Foley diving all out for that, but backed up by Team Colorado. That's worked around to Wyatt Furta. Back up to Brunner. To Pelez. Back to Furta. Up to Sullivan. Trying to get the crease. Feed. And Furta with an underhand rip, but Foley sees it all the way. Foley looking really good here. Nice feet and good positioning. Good clear here. Rice handles, but the double comes, and he's got Logan Lee over the head check, but timeout Laxachussettes is probably the call here. Foley is just an absolute character out of the cage. He's got the energy bug, and rightfully so, as he's keeping Laxachussettes in it. Timeout Laxachussettes, 7-5. This goal is so funny. What was that? Yeah. So Laxachussettes ball out of the timeout. This is Emsing. Covered by the pole. Penalty release, so Laxachussettes is now all even. Nice defense here. Oh, shot off the pipe, but that'll be race to the end line, and I think Emsing will get that one. No, going to Colorado. That was a tough one for the officials, but ultimately they picked Colorado for the backup there on the shot off the post. Colorado with the ball, getting in their offensive set, pressured by number 6. That's Carroll. So Colorado in no rush here, 7-5. So Brunner, Luke Brunner, future Bucknell. Ball getting worked. It's Fletcher Sullivan. Back up to Pelez. 7 minutes left in the 4th quarter. So Laxachussettes back in that zone. Interesting call here. See how it works out. Guess they like Foley, seeing the ball. Foley's been doing well with his reads, with only one shot getting by him. That was that rip by Ferda off the fast break. Feed to the low crease. Oh, and a near side rip. That was Dawson Long off of a feed up top by number 5, Riley Jenkins. So Jenkins to Dawson Long extends the lead 8-5, Colorado. So this is Umansky versus Frederick on the face-off here. Chanchuk on the wing, with Kiefer on Team Colorado on the opposite wing, and Umansky with an early face-off. So Frederick with the win. Moved over to Ferda. This is Dawson Long. Dawson with the most recent goal to bring Colorado up 8-5. Getting worked around. Back up to Luke Brunner. Here's Fletcher Sullivan. Fletcher Sullivan might look to go here. Sullivan up top, thanks. Up top to Brunner. Brunner looks to take Chanchuk here. No easy matchup though. Chanchuk can play D-midi. So Brunner up top. Left to right split. Looks to feed backside to Ferda. Ferda getting pressured by the Laxachussettes pole. Ferda needs to get rid of it, and he does. Back down to Fletcher Sullivan. Fletcher Sullivan's got a short stick here, probably looking to invert. Left to right, back to his left. Back to his left. Rip. Oh, and Foley got a piece of that one. Foley's pumped up. This is Ferda. Backdoor cut, Luke Brunner. Luke to his right, rip. Oh, but it's wide. Very big opportunity, but still Colorado ball. So next dodge at X. Trying to get a feed up. Colorado relies on their high midfield dodges, but that is a very good play. That's Pelez. Joel Pelez took it from X all the way to the lefty wing and just kept on coming and got underneath that Laxachussettes pole. 9-5 Team Colorado, and we are running out of time for this Laxachussettes offense to get back in this one. 4:30 remaining in the 4th quarter. And Team Colorado with a commanding lead over Laxachussettes. Issue with the zone that Laxachussettes is running is Team Colorado has no need to rush if there's not getting pressured. And 27 on Jack Moxie on Colorado with an upcoming slashing penalty. So a good opportunity for Laxachussettes here. They'll be on the man up after this possession. It's a takeaway check by Mikey Crane, but can't result in anything because Team Colorado is now on the man down. So huge opportunity for Laxachussettes here. They got to get points on the board, and I think they'll probably take a timeout here. Don't know what the call is. No, that's just the call for the penalty. So, as I said, slash call number 12. Or sorry, that was number 27, Jack Moxie. All getting worked around. Laxachussettes trying to get some points off this man-up opportunity. They're looking to feed number 4 here, Maroney. He had some good hands inside last time. To Boland, backside to Emsing, and they capitalize on the man-up here. 8-5. Laxachussettes, sorry, 9-6. Laxachussettes down by 3. Not a ton of time left, probably about 4 minutes left. And this is Umansky versus Frederick. Laxachussettes rotates a couple Fogos in between Umansky and Boland, and Frederick is just one-man show for Team Colorado, but holding his own. A little bit over 4 minutes, probably about 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Laxachussettes needs points here. This is a big face-off. Another early call on Umansky. Ooh, that's tough. Umansky not happy about that one. Frederick subs off. And as I said about the zone is going to be a tough one, and they're back in man-to-man as a result because they need to put on some pressure. They're extending. This is Carroll on Moxie. Carroll trying to get, people are pretty much locking off the wings of the Moxie with an underneath shot, but takeaway check. Foley's out of the cage. Back to Carroll on Long. 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. This is number 7, Noah Hilgert, taking the invert here. Brings it back to two on two pick from behind. Slide coming from Carroll. Probably a timeout here from Team Colorado. Didn't like the pressure that they were getting. So a little bit past the 3-minute mark. Team Colorado with a 9-6 lead over Laxachussettes. Laxachussettes has got to come up with a defensive plan here to get the ball back because Team Colorado has a huge opportunity to just keep the ball and ultimately get their spot in the championship. Team Colorado out of the timeout. Trying to just keep possession here. Pressured here from Laxachussettes. They're pushing out on the adjacent offensive players, so it's tough to feed. This is Brunner up top. Ball now at X with Brunner. And Foley is out of the cage. Trying to bring a double here. So the double comes. Chanenchuk now with a pull. Rice with the wrap. Chanenchuk. Foley with the pickoff. So the double works. And Laxachussettes has an opportunity here. Crossfield pass. And Laxachussettes has a fast break opportunity here. Number 3 is going to rip it. Oh, and he does! Number 3 for Laxachussettes, Gozdek. Takes it himself after a feed from Foley. And the lead is now 9-7, Colorado. So Laxachussettes needs this face-off to be in this game. This is Boland versus Friedrich. I think Umansky's false starts past 2 times. Maybe put the Laxachussettes coaches to get Boland back in there. Friedrich wins the clamp, and I think it might be a hold call on Laxachussettes. So that'll be Team Colorado. Big face-off win by Friedrich. This is 27 for Team Colorado. Jack Moxie. The ball is backside, and the keep it in call. So the double comes. Foley's out of the cage, and it'll be another timeout. And that is a tough call by for Laxachussettes. Right before the timeout, they got a slash call. So Laxachussettes will be man down for the remainder of this game, and maybe that's the nail in the coffin. Fletcher Sullivan has the ball there, a man down, but Foley's out of the cage, so pretty much an all-even game. Fletcher Sullivan takes it under, but an ensuing trip call, I think, on Laxachussettes, and that might just be the nail in the coffin. Another flag down. So Ferda sells a push call as well, so 2-man down. And I just don't see how Laxachussettes comes back from that one. With a little under a minute left. Looks like Team Colorado might just hold this one. Team Colorado just working the ball around. Laxachussettes just does not have enough people to cause a turnover, I think, here. Unless Colorado. Oh, but Carroll with the pickoff. And it's outside of the box. So that'll actually go back Laxachussettes. Still 2-man down. Team Colorado riding this one hard. Can't handle the ground ball, and I think Colorado's going to get this one back. 10 seconds left in this one, and Team Colorado will win it. So we know we know the first team that'll be in the championship, and that's Team Colorado, the local favorites. They beat Laxachussettes, last year's runner-up, 9-7. Hard-fought battle, but Team Colorado just took advantage of Laxachussettes. Too many mistakes on clears and got the W. 9-7 final. We'll be right back for the 11 o'clock doubleheader of our next semifinal game between the Adrenaline Tropics and the Mad Dog Nationals. You don't want to miss that one, folks.